Tonight, we are tracking the debates over a new overnight shelter for people experiencing homelessness in Ellensburg, the locations being considered, and how you can weigh in.
Also tonight, shutting off the power when there's a large fire. Benjamin Franklin PUD is reminding customers about possible outages this summer.
And let's take a live look outside from our studio camera. We'll be seeing clouds start to build, and that could mean a chance for rain in some areas. Meteorologist Hayden Nix in for Stacy. He'll have your forecast as the news starts now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Alyssa Warner. We begin in Ellensburg, where the City Council is looking for community input as they work on picking a site for their new sleep center to house individuals experiencing homelessness. The city's suggested site, the former Knights Inn on Ruby Street, where Hope Source is already building a transitional and affordable housing units. But after community opposition due to its proximity to a local daycare, the council is asking for alternate suggestions. Now they have 7 more potential sites on their list.
This would be a year-round facility with 25 individual units for overnight shelter on a single site that would also have restrooms, administration facilities, and it could possibly be expanded if necessary in the future.
Now they are having an open house on Wednesday from 6 until 8 p.m. at City Hall in Ellensburg. That'll include a presentation from the City-County Joint Ad Hoc Committee on Homelessness and a Q&A session.
Summer is almost here, and you know what that means. Fire season 2024 is coming. Today, we spent time with the Benton Public Utility District. Officials want you to know that there could be outages if you are close to either a structure or wildland fire. During an outage, you may not see PUD crews, but they want you to know they are working to restore your power. The restoration process begins at the point where the power feeds into Benton PUD's system. This could be a transmission or distribution line or even a substation. After repairs have been made at the feeder point, crews work as safely to get the repairs complete. That starts with areas serving the greatest number of customers and continuing until electricity is restored to each customer's home.
If there's a fire at a home or a business and Benton PUD is called out, we'll get called out from an outage line or even emergency personnel, emergency services. Once they give us a call and we go out, assess the situation, we'll have to turn off power so that the fire department can go in and work safely and get their job done. And so it's primarily for fire department safety and the public safety.
Puget Sound Energy, the state's largest utility, warned customers earlier this month that power shutoffs were likely this summer. That practice helps prevent power lines from sparking wildfires. Coming up new at 6 tonight, I'm going to learn more about this from our utility district, and we're going to be talking about an updated outage map.
And we're talking about fire season. It feels a little cooler than fire season usually does this time of year.
It sure does. I was out at the Dust Devils game over the weekend, and man, I saw rain, wind, and a rainbow.
There we go. Got it all.
Got it all. Meteorologist Hayden Nix joining us with a first look at your forecast. He's in for Stacy.
It's been a gorgeous start to the week, everybody, but we are going to be seeing some changes coming our way. We'll get to more about that in just a minute, but we had some cumulus clouds popping up today in preparation to those changes that will be coming. Temperature-wise, very comfortable out there and close to normal for this time of the year with 74 degrees currently there from our sky cam. Light wind at 5 miles per hour there. You can see there's a little bit more than just the gray, which represents cloud cover. We have a few light returns coming in the form of some rainfall. We're going to see more of that, though, coming our way Tuesday into Wednesday. For now, we are going to keep it below 10% for any rain chance for this evening. Temperatures elsewhere in the 60s and 70s, mid-70s from Hanford to Tri-Cities down southward. And we're going to keep it a pleasant evening with upper 60s by 8 o'clock. Now, for tonight, temperatures will drop into the 40s. Then tomorrow, we start there and only warm into the upper 60s. We may get to 70 in a couple of spots, but really the bigger story is the rain chances that start to pick up going into the afternoon hours for the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla, Yakima earlier in the day. We're going to break this down more in depth, though, coming up and see how long this rain will stick around a little later.
Thanks, Hayden. Now, it's been more than a year since investigators started looking into the cases of missing women found dead in remote areas around Portland, Oregon. Originally, investigators said they didn't believe those cases were linked, but now one person is facing charges in 3 of the 5 cases. A grand jury indicted 39-year-old Jessie Calhoun in the murders of 3 women. Investigators say 2 other cases are still under investigation.
The evidence that was presented to the grand jury at this point supports a murder in the second-degree charge. Were we able to indict on murder in the first degree, we would have sought that. We are still very much investigating the deaths of Kristen Smith and Ashley Real with our partners here, as well as the Clackamas County DA's office and other investigators.
Now, Calhoun has actually been in custody at Snake River Correctional Institution, which is near the Idaho border, since a few weeks after the bodies were found last year. Oregon Public Broadcasting reports he had been serving time for burglary and stolen vehicle convictions, but was released early after participating in firefighting efforts in 2020. Prosecutors later asked the governor to put him back behind bars last year because he was under investigation for more criminal activity.
Right now, WashDOT is searching for a small plane reported missing in the Cascades on Sunday evening. Investigators say the plane left Arlington Airport around 4:30, headed for Ephrata. It never arrived. Investigators believe the pilot, Jerry Rittinger, was the only person on board. WashDOT also says the plane should have had a parachute and an emergency locating transmitter, but they haven't gotten a single back so far. They're searching an area west of Snoqualmie Pass, which is where the last cell phone ping came in.
And we've just learned this evening, actually, it just came in from WashDOT, that they have now found the wreckage of that plane. They found the pilot's body inside the plane, so no details yet about how the plane may have crashed or what happened here. But that is just came into our newsroom that WashDOT has found that plane and the pilot deceased inside.
All right, very good. We will continue to follow that story. We'll have more on our website, and we'll have more details at 6 o'clock tonight. In other news, the president of Iran and several other top officials died in a helicopter crash over the weekend. Iran's president had been in the northern part of the country to take part in a ceremony opening dams along a river. His helicopter apparently crashed in foggy conditions on the way back. The vice president of Iran will take over, but only long enough to set up an emergency election to select a new president. That is expected within the next 2 months. And the International Criminal Court is now asking for permission to arrest leaders in Israel and the Hamas terror group.
So an ICC prosecutor says he's requesting arrest warrants for 5 people, including Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, the prosecutor says 3 members of Hamas leadership have committed war crimes and crimes against humanity as part of a widespread and systematic attack against Israeli civilians starting October 7th of last year. He says Israel's prime minister and minister of defense committed war crimes and crimes against humanity, including attacking civilians and starving civilians as a method of warfare. Now, the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants in the past, including for Russian President Vladimir Putin, but only 125 countries have actually signed on to the ICC. Israel is not one of them. That means even if the court does agree to issue arrest warrants, Israel is unlikely to turn over their prime minister and defense minister. Now, speaking of international justice, a follow-up today, crowds gathered outside the High Court in London to show their support for Julian Assange. He founded WikiLeaks, which published thousands of classified documents in 2010 and 2011. Because of that, the U.S. government wants to try him for espionage. Now, Assange is behind bars in Great Britain, and typically the British government would send him to the U.S. to face trial. But Assange has been fighting that process for years, saying he doesn't believe he'll be treated fairly in the federal court system, and that sending him to face trial could mean his death. Today, a high court in London decided that the appeal can continue. And another chaotic day in court on this side of the Atlantic. Former President Trump's lawyers once again asking a judge to dismiss the charges against him in the hush money trial. It's been going on now for nearly 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that request coming after prosecutors finished laying out their case against Trump. Well, tonight, ABC's Rena Roy has the latest from Manhattan.
The prosecution resting its case in Donald Trump's historic hush money trial. Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen, their final witness. In a heated exchange, Cohen admitting on the stand that he stole from the Trump Organization when he requested a $50,000 reimbursement for IT services. Cohen had actually paid just $20,000. The former president shaking his head and pursing his lips during this testimony. In their redirect examination, prosecutors trying to bolster Cohen's credibility after the defense tried to paint him as a liar who's out for revenge. The prosecution taking on what might have been the most effective piece of the cross-examination when defense attorney Todd Blanche said Cohen lied about an October 2016 phone call with Trump to finalize the Stormy Daniels payout. Cohen testifying he did indeed speak to Trump about Daniels on that call. There was a brief argument in court over two images prosecutors want jurors to see from C-SPAN video on the day Cohen says he spoke to Trump, showing Trump with his bodyguard. Those images ultimately allowed. The defense now getting their turn, calling Daniel Sitko to the stand, a paralegal for the defense team. Followed by Bob Costello, a longtime Trump ally who Cohen testified offered to represent him after the FBI raided his home and hotel in 2018. Meanwhile, outside of court, chaotic moments when the large political entourage with Trump stepped out to speak.
I'm Alan Wilson. I'm the Attorney General for South Carolina.
Protesters clashing, some screaming, trying to drown out Trump's surrogates. Trump has pleaded not guilty to falsifying business records and has denied any sexual encounter with Daniels.
They have no case, they have no crime. It's covered in the book as legal expense. I had nothing to do with it. The bookkeeper put it down as a legal expense.
With Memorial Day coming up, the judge says closing arguments will likely begin next Tuesday. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, closer to home, Oregon and Idaho both have primary elections tomorrow. Oregon, like Washington, votes by mail, and a lot of people seem to be waiting to cast their votes. The Oregonian reports it appears that less than half of the registered voters in the state will vote in the primary election. While voters will be weighing in on the presidential race, which is all but set, the big races to watch in Oregon this year are for seats in Congress. A longtime Portland area congressman is retiring, and the race is on to replace him. And Democrats are also looking for a candidate who could flip Oregon's 5th congressional district, which goes from the Portland suburbs all the way out to Bend, Oregon. Voters have to get primary ballots postmarked by tomorrow or take them to a drop box before 8 p.m. We are now 1 week away from the official start of summer.
Well, the unofficial start, I think a lot of people call it. Temperatures, though, have been sitting cooler than average. Meteorologist Hayden Nix is also tracking a chance of rain coming up.
And as students are wrapping up their work for the year, we are highlighting a local art show featuring award-winning pieces. That's next on your news at 5.
No matter what roads lead you home, McCurley Mazda is about to make your journey even better. Whether it's cruising riverside highways, winding vineyard trails, or anywhere else your travels take you, now is the perfect time to upgrade your way home. Visit McCurley in the Pasco Autoplex today for this special offer.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing up to 60 months from McCurley Mazda.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Busy work week or feeling under the weather? Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic, located on Chardonnay Avenue, is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your health can't wait. Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic is open on weekends. Walk-ins are welcome, or call 509-786-1576 to make an appointment. This is how we care.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver called fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
At Batteries Plus, we know off is not an option. Off means you're late for work or miss a call. Life's busy, you're busy. You need to be on the road, on the water, on the call, or just ready to play on. Batteries Plus has batteries, phone repair, key remote services, and lighting solutions you can rely on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
North Idaho's Fernand Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. The Summers Hub in Kennewick is preparing to hold its first annual food truck crawl. It's coming up on June the 1st. They're going to be open from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. and it's only a $5 wristband fee. That'll get you access to up to 23 different food trucks, all offering special $5 food items. The event was inspired by different taco crawls from around the area, but Summers Hub wanted to change the game up and do a food truck crawl to add more variety for people to be able to try different kinds of food.
Well, over in Yakima, the 9th annual Davis Art Show is holding an opening reception tomorrow night, showcasing the work of dedicated student artists. The art show will be open daily from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. through the 30th of this month for class tours and community visits. Some of the displays include 2D paintings and drawings, 3D art and photography, plus new this year, graphic art. It also features the work of 2 students recognized as OSPI state winners and other award-winning pieces. The opening reception is tomorrow from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the Davis Kiva. Some of the art will also be available for purchase.
Well, you will see an unusual sight at Liberty Christian School in Richland over the next couple of days. Superintendent Jim Cochran will be hanging out on the roof. This all came about because of the school's annual Patriot Auction fundraiser. The superintendent tells us he offered to stay up on the roof for an hour for every $200 raised, and people were surprisingly, not really, but they were enthusiastic about it.
We were hoping that everybody had spent their money during the evening. And so the idea was, okay, we'll have some fun and get some donations, generate some time. It'd be awesome if I could be up there for a long day, 16 hours. That would be a work day, so that would not be a problem. And then it stretched into, okay, now it's going to be 24 hours and overnight. And then we had some further donations come in, and it stretched me through that second night and into the morning.
He's happy, I can tell. The superintendent will be on the roof starting today at 3:30 until the start of the school day on Wednesday of this week.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
I really hope he's got an umbrella because he's going to need it while he's up there on that rooftop. We'll get to that forecast in just a minute, but I want to give you a sneak peek into another big weekend coming up. It is really just moving by this month, it feels like. We have got Memorial Day this coming Monday. Temperatures are in the 80s. Forecast is holding pretty solid with some nice weather out there, but until we can get to this weekend, we are going to see some rain chances in the forecast. We did not have any here in the Tri-Cities today. In fact, it was a beautiful day out there, but you could see the cumulus clouds out. That is a precursor to excess moisture that is building up in the atmosphere, and we are going to see more rain potential coming in over the next 24 to 48 hours. In fact, satellite here is already showing some of that cloud cover picking up, and then radar is even getting a little bit of some light precipitation coming in, but it's going to stay on the very low side until we can see a better kick in the jet stream to help encourage more moisture growth, and that is going to be taking place over during the overnight hours rather. So our weather pattern for the next few days is showing just an active pattern with the big dip in the jet stream, allowing for another system to come into the Pacific Northwest, and that is going to encourage a development of a low over areas of Canada and then sending a cold front this way to encourage more shower growth. So let's get into the finer details, shall we, and look at Futurecast with how this is expected to play out for the next couple of days here. I'm going to stop at 8 a.m. Tuesday. Notice that we're still keeping a lot of the precip west of the Cascades, and eventually it will move over and then slowly work its way through the basin here. So by 2 o'clock Tuesday, Tri-Cities for half of the day has remained dry, but cloud cover will be increasing, and we'll see better rain chances going into the mid and late afternoon hours. By 5 o'clock, we should see some rainfall already picking up, and that will continue to expand eastward with the rain wrapping up on the backside going into the late evening hours, but really beginning to pick up for areas along the foothills and the Blues, east of Walla Walla and down towards Pendleton. Once that one is done, we still have Wednesday to go, but it will not be as widespread as what we're expecting to see on Tuesday. But nonetheless, still rain chances in the forecast, and it's going to be more scattered, that splash and dash style shower activity, where some locations may not even see another drop compared to what they see on Tuesday, while a few others may get both a dose of rain Tuesday and some on Wednesday. It'll be hard to pinpoint exactly where that's going to set up, but just be prepared for those scattered showers that will establish on Wednesday itself. And then we'll go with a dry Thursday before we see another quick rain chance in there for Friday into the beginning of Memorial Day weekend. Rain accumulation for both Tuesday and Wednesday is actually pretty decent out there, anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/10 of an inch or less in a few select spots there. But nonetheless, we'll need that rainfall, as we have already started to see drying conditions from the beneficial rainfall about 2.5 weeks ago at this point. Back to the top of the forecast tonight, those temperatures are down in the 40s once more. We will have a mixture of cloud cover and partially clear sky conditions from time to time. Tomorrow may struggle to get to 70 degrees. Most locations will lock into the 60s for the afternoon hours, with those showers increasing, as I mentioned, west to east here. So Yakima, you'll be the first on the 7-day planners to show rain chances in the morning, and then we'll go into the afternoon with the Tri-Cities. Then after that, another round of rain chances possible Friday and Saturday, as I mentioned. But beautiful weather setting up for Sunday and for Memorial Day itself, region-wide, with temperatures near 80 degrees by next Monday. Alyssa and Austin.
Thanks, Hayden. Well, up next on Apple Valley News Now 5, definitely not something you see every day.
Yeah, we are going to show you a group working to keep historical knowledge alive in a fun way. That's next.
Fight back against scammers targeting seniors. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Wednesday.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222. It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your community Chevy dealers.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $16.49. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. And now you can get your favorite pizza delivered from Grubhub, dine in, or carry out. Acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 50 years.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Escape, Explorer, Mustang Mach-E, and Expedition. And experience Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. Available on select vehicles. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going. Get 0% APR for 72 months and $3,000 FlexBuy cash on an Escape. Or up to $3,000 cash on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Walla Walla Regional Airport, the gateway to your next vacation. As spring and summer travels approach, plan your flights through Walla Walla Airport. We offer free parking, and we have 2 Alaska flights to Seattle daily, making your travel easy and convenient. Take the time off, explore the world, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Walla Walla Airport, your connection to your next vacation. Book today. AlaskaAir.com, your destination awaits.
1 in 5 Americans get skin cancer by 70, but detected early, the 5-year survival rate is 99%. More at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Skin cancer prevention and screening available at Prosser Memorial Health. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Thanks for staying with us. Hundreds of people gathered in Grandview for the Society of Creative Anachronisms twice annual crowning event.
Yeah, so an anachronism is something that exists in the wrong time period. And this is an internationally known group. It's been around for decades. They're studying and recreating things that you might have seen in everyday life if you lived in a time from before 1600.
Our goal is to try to learn as much as we can by doing about pre-Renaissance history. Anywhere from the world, really anywhere back into where we start losing documentation, and then to turn around and teach it, right? To find as many people as we can who can find that same passion for this really obscure skill or this really particular like niche period of history in this one country where something wild happened and we don't know why. Or maybe we do, but we don't know how it worked. So then we find out by doing it.
So one of the big features of the event this weekend was a combat tournament to select a new sovereign. They'll hold the crown for 6 months. And if you missed the Grandview event, but you still want to get involved, we have a link to much more information on our website.
All right, and I know that Riley was out there.
She was.
She had a blast.
And she got to learn archery.
I know, so very cool.
All right, we're going to talk about some more gorgeous weather on the way. That is coming up just a moment.
North Idaho's Fernand Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a semi-truck, call Tamaki Law. We understand the complex rules and regulations of the trucking industry. Dealing with big rig insurance companies requires a knowledgeable legal team, one who fights for compensation and justice that you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
This week, closing arguments in Donald Trump's historic criminal trial, plus tracking more severe weather just ahead of the holiday weekend getaway. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Home Run Riches was such a big hit in April, we decided to play too. That's right, sports fans. It's back-to-back home run chances during Legends Casino Hotel's 26th anniversary month. You not only can win $10 grand this month, but sock a Grand Slam and claim $26,000. Just play with your Legends Rewards card to score entries. Hey, better, swing better. Say it with me. Hey, better, swing better. And win $26K only at Legends Casino Hotel in May.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Let's get one last check of that 7-day forecast. Note that we are going to see rain chances coming back into play as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. Those temperatures will be maintaining into the 60s and 70s. Another quick chance for shower for Friday and Saturday. Memorial Day is looking fantastic out there. So far, just a small rain chance on Saturday, then we'll continue with better weather on Sunday. And then for Monday itself, upper 70s to lower 80s.